Today we're going to start with a version of the silk brocades. There are many versions of this famous, now famous anyway. You can find many of them on many versions on YouTube. It's an old practice which is part of doing Tai Chi. It's a way of leading into your form. It's a type of Qigong, one might say, but then on the other hand, Tai Chi is a type of Qigong. There's really not much to differentiate in terms of philosophy, in terms of breathing, in terms of working your Qi, in terms of Qigong, in terms of working the Qi, nourishing and replenishing one's natal Qi. That's what we're doing, as well as when we're moving with Tai Chi Chuan, then we are also moving the body more than in many other more static forms. However, on the inside, it's the same. Tai Chi, Qigong, one is simply a moving style of Qigong, one might say. But these are vocabulary words. The main thing is the effect, how it manifests for the practitioner. This particular set of Qigong, this particular set of the silk brocades moves comes from Professor Ying, who taught in Berkeley, California until he passed on some years ago. And I've added a few flourishes to it. Locate your breathing. Be sure that you are fully engaging your diaphragm so that you feel the breath physically manifesting here in the dantian, 2 fingers below your navel. Actually, the dantian is the core of the body, that place where Qi gathers, like in a chalice or in a vessel. There's not an actual physical manifestation there in the inside, so this is a thought form. This is part of using your yi, using the creative imagination, your intention. Your intention is to renew, replenish, and renourish your Qi. And you start with legs fairly close apart, reach across your body, breathe in, and breathe out. Inhale going up, and exhale coming down. In general, in these forms, one of the principles is rising is the in-breath, and descending is the out-breath. Smooth, effortless motions, feeling as though one's arm is being lifted, and as it descends, if you wanted to simply stop thinking of that, you could hold the arm there for as long as one wanted to, and then release the breath. And the arm descends. And then another form of this is the crane, flying crane breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And this is an addition to the routine transmitted to me by Master George Long of San Francisco. He too has departed. Hands in front of the eyes, turn outwards. Inhale, coming up. Breathe out, coming down. So always breathing in the nose. In and out the nose. Sometimes you might hear me breathing out of my mouth, and that is simply to illustrate the breath, like this. Empty, filling, 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 and empty, 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 empty. And then you might overturn the hands and hold them in this position. It's a form of what's called the universal post. This is like a rest position, breathing to the degree possible, quieting the discursive mind. Palms down, turning the head and looking behind. Breathing in as you come around, breathing out as you look behind. Keep the shoulders level, relaxed. Shoulders level and relaxed, breath even and gentle. Eyes wide as you look behind like an owl. Turn back as far as possible. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3 pushes. Downward. Forward. And up. And now, it's called shaking the head and wagging the tail. Down and up and look through the thumb and forefinger of your hands. Breathe out, going down. Breathe in, coming up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming up. And then pause for a moment and reverse the direction. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And now, here, and rub the kidney area a little bit. Bend backward, bending back, bounce somewhat, and then drape down. Draping, not stretching, just releasing, 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 releasing. Go down as far as feels comfortable, then grab and pull. Pull, 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 pull. And then come up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, up, up, up. Stand tall. In the world of Tai Chi, when we're standing, tuck the chin in a little bit, feel a little tuck at the base of the spine, soft knees, relaxed shoulders. Tucking the chin raises the Bao Hui, the crown chakra, the fontanelle, to its highest point, and then you have a string of pearls out into the universe. This is your drop line down through the core of the body. It's your central axis, out the perineum into the earth. It's your center line this way. To go into the riding horse position, you stand with your feet close together, and then turn your heels out so you go pigeon-toed a little bit. And then leave your heels stationary and go duck-toed. Then pin your instep, your ball of your foot, and make parallel like this, and then sit, riding horse. I'm actually going to make my stance a little wider. The rug impeded my motions. Riding horse position, tucking at the base of the spine, knees over toes, reach. Breathe in, the archer. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath. In breath. There's no particular number of repetitions for these mudras, these motions. One does what one feels comfortable with. And fists here. Reach across your body. Breathe in. Grab. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. In breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. One more. In breath. Grab. Out breath. Smooth, effortless motions. So that was in the riding horse position. Now we're going to use the forward horse position, or the bow and arrow. So to make the bow and arrow, make one leg, foot 45 degrees to this center line, and then forward with the other leg, foot. So center line. I have space between my left and my right side. If I draw my forward foot back, my heels don't touch. They're separated about the width of a highway line, something like that. Too wide, and one becomes double weighted, which in Tai Chi circles is not good. Too narrow, and one's movements become tippy. So what we are doing is as though we were walking on the outside of a balance beam. And we're walking on the air on each side of a balance beam. The balance beam is about this big. Bow and arrow. See? Bow and arrow. Bow and arrow like this. Bow, arrow. If I change to the other side, this one becomes the bow, this one is the arrow. These are the foundations of Tai Chi movement. Okay, now we're going to continue with the silk brocades. Your leg that's forward, that arm is up. Here we go. Out breath. Excuse. In breath, out breath. 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 And here, pull back and push. Pull back and push. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And now we go this way. Slide in, up. In breath. In breath. in-breath, in-breath. And now we change sides. Same motions. Pulling, breathing in. Pushing, breathing out. Pulling, breathing in. Pushing, breathing out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then slide and lift. Slide and lift. Slide and lift. Breathe in. Exhale. The bear. Dancing bear. Dancing bear. This one you can huff a little bit like a bear. Okay, and then the hip. Here, 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 here. 1, 2, 3. One of my teachers, Madam Sheng, told me that this was very useful in a crowded public transportation in the town that she came from in China. And lastly, crossing your center line. Well, not lastly, next to lastly. Here, 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 here. Now, kick, and kick, and kick, and kick, and kick, kick, kick. Okay. One more out of this. This is my own addition again. So I have 2 additions to the traditional 8 methods and 6 ways that Professor Ying shared. And this one is the fountain breath, coming up and breathing in and coming down, breathing out. And imagining a fountain of water rising up as you breathe in and roll your weight on the balls of your feet a little bit. And breathe out and establish your weight evenly, heel to toe, toe to heel. Breathing in. Breathing out. Imagine a fountain of water that goes up. Hold your breath a little bit at the top. For a moment, turn your tongue, touch the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue. Release, and the water is cascading down, rainbow drops. breathing for a moment, feeling the effect of the practice. It's important that once you've concluded a series, and this includes when we get into the movement of Tai Chi, once you've concluded something, then stop and feel the effect. You want to verify for yourself. No point in doing something that somebody else tells you is good for you. You want to be able to have a sense that what you're doing has some palpable effects for you. Otherwise, maybe there's some other place to go, some other practice to do. So you want to taste what you're doing. You want to taste inside what you're doing, just like a good meal. Is it satisfying? Is it working for you? So, we're going to do just a quick preview of the 6 healing sounds as we're leading into doing the Tai Chi movement. 6 healing sounds. And 6 healing sounds is a very ancient practice. Some people say that it's the most ancient of the techniques that are recorded, but they say that about a lot of things, so who knows. At any rate, we're going to work with the lungs, kidney, liver, heart, spleen, and triple heater. They have a motion, they have a breath, and they have a sound and a color. Starting with the lung meridian. Color is sparkling white. Breathe in, breathe out. This is all breathing in and out the nose. Breathe in, breathe out. Smooth, even, effortless movement. Smooth, even, effortless movement. And now do it with the sound. And the sound we're going to use this time is ah, ah. Breathe in, ah. It's one of the seed sounds for this meridian. What I think of as seed sound. Ah. Again. Ah. Number of repetitions is according to the taste of the moment. When 5 is a good number, but sometimes you want to do more, sometimes less. You cross your hands on the dantian. Men do right hand over left, women do left hand over right. This is not some kind of a sacred principle. It happens to be custom as I have investigated into it. So either way is good enough. What we're doing here is we are verifying that we have now helped to fill the lung meridian. So I'm feeling my breath under the palms of my hands. Okay, and we turn to the kidney meridian. The color is sparkling blue. I'm turning sideways so that you can see the motion. You curl your fingers, curl finger by finger, come up behind your back, breathe in, up on your toes a little bit, breathe out. Bending the knees, like you're suddenly carrying a barrel here, something like that. And the sound we're going to use for this meridian, the seed sound, is A, A, A. A. From the front, it looks like this. A. Then we seal. Moving my legs so that I'm sure that I'm not cutting off my circulation. Relaxed shoulders, soft knees, tucking at the base of the spine, chin slightly inward, top of the head rising. Liver meridian, green, stop sign green. This is in breath, come up with the backs of the hands, breathing in, and breathe out, and open your eyes wide. The liver meridian is connected to the eyes. And then normal breathing, close, right hand in front of left, scan down, press down. In breath, out breath. In breath, out breath, open like a flower. Tree, a big tree. Sound is shh. Shh. Like many practices, there are variations. You will find variations of the sounds and the movements. Shh. The concentration, using the yi, on filling yourself with energy, even if you don't know the particular meridian path, that's what's important. You're breathing. You're breathing in. You are drawing from the pool of universal chi into your solar plexus, cascading down and circulating throughout the body. Releasing anything that you don't need out through the heart center, middle dantian. Heart meridian. Heart meridian. Breathe in, breathe out. Palms of the hands touch all the way down to your elbows, cross right hand in front of left, scan down your center line, press down. In breath, out breath. Touch, touch, all the way down. Sound is awe, awe, awe. Ah. Color for this meridian is red. Red. Ruby red. Ah. Close. Breathe. Feel the influx of chi. Spleen meridian, this is the only one that has two sides, so either side to start with. Doesn't make any difference. This is in breath, it's out breath. Then as you come down, the upper hand goes in front and you mix like this, mixing heaven and earth and coming down. It's in breath, out breath. Mixing, orbiting, down. In breath, out breath. So I want to do the same number on each side. Color is yellow. Sound is ooh, ooh. 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 Close. Last meridian, triple heater. No color, or luminous black, or all colors. This is the one yang meridian that's included. It's seen as sort of the generator of the other yin meridians. So, inhale coming up, exhale. As you press up, touch top of your head, press your outside and kind of inside of your ears. All of the acupuncture points are replicated on the ears, so it's really important to touch around the ears. My teacher, Master Long, only did auricular acupuncture. He did the rims and the inside of the ear. The sound is E, E, E. Touch, 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 touch. E. And close. Luminous black, shining black, the shining black of outer space. Now we finish these 6 healing sounds by doing the clearing move. In this case, the motions are like this. This can be seen as drawing down heaven and earth, or it can be seen as, in this case, and this is once again using the yi, using your creative mind, we are pushing out anything that the practice has released on the inside of the body. We're pushing it out, releasing it down through the bottoms of the feet into the earth to be recycled. So it's breathing in, coming up, and breathing out, coming down. It's like passing a beam of light through every nook and cranny, passing a beam of light through every electron, proton, neutron, every cell of your body. Professor Montauk Chia calls this smiling through the body. Smiling through the body. Releasing, pressing down, pressing out anything that needs to go. Anything that's no, leaving behind only yes, clear, sparkling energy. The Tai Chi movements. This too is a form of mixing heaven and earth. Up, down, step back on left leg, press forward to carry the ball, step to the side to spread the silk brocade, left hand palm up, right hand palm down, close the gate, step forward into the bow and arrow and grasp the bird's tail. And release, and touch, and press forward left and right together, and roll back, and push with two palms, and sit back and play the lute. Right arm down, left arm up, step back, right arm up, left down, turn the waist, and push. Brush knee, push palm, play the lute, and push. And step through, and push. And step through, and push, and play the lute. Step backward. So what we're doing now presupposes that you watched video number 1 and are acquainted with these postures. So let's go through them again. This is playing the lute. This is playing the lute on the other side. So depends on which leg I'm standing on. Doesn't make any difference. I'm playing the lute. Whoop. We'll edit that one out. Playing the lute. Playing the lute. And this is brush knee, push palm. Brush knee, push palm. And if I want to do it the other side, I pivot my forward foot. I step through the bow and arrow. And I do brush knee, push palm on this side. Yeah. And playing the lute. This is spreading the silk brocade. Spreading the silk brocade. Spreading the silk brocade. Any of these moves could be done individually. It's not the usual way of practicing, but the power of Tai Chi is pouring the weight from one side to the other side, feeling the weight go from here to here. This leg is now full, this one is empty. Maybe 10% of my weight is still back here. 90% of my weight is here. Same thing here. If I go to the other side, I've poured my weight into this side. If I step forward into the bow and arrow to grasp the bird's tail, looking in the palm of I'm doing left-handed, so if you're a viewer, you're doing it right-handed. You should be looking in the palm of your right hand here. But that's not the point here. The point is pouring the weight from one leg to the other. Filling, emptying, emptying, filling. And this is what helps people. This is why Tai Chi helps people to tone their muscles, because it's soft, effortless movement. It is soft, flowing, effortless movement that helps the ligaments and the joints and the tendons to move with the greatest amount of efficiency. Now here's a move that I Did not show in video number 1. This is called the single whip. Single whip. You can do single whip on either side, although it's most usual to do it right-handed. Single whip. As I was saying, we can practice these moves individually, and what is most important and most powerful is to practice them continually for a period of time. So one could just take 1 or 2 moves and practice it for 10 or 15 minutes. It would be infinitely boring. So it would be very unusual for somebody to do it like that. However, certainly possible. Nothing wrong with it. The usual method for Tai Chi is to move for 20 minutes in this smooth, effortless, easy motion. Breathing in, out. Breathing in as you go back. Breathing out as you express forward. In breath, out breath. In breath coming up. Out breath coming down. Follow along. In breath as you gather the ball or the cloth, and out breath as you spread the silk brocade. In breath as you close the gate, and out breath as you grasp the bird's tail. Touch, breathe in, and press forward, left and right together. Release, breathing out. Breathe in as you go back, and breathe out as you go forward. Breathe in as you begin the posture. Breathe out as you complete it. In breath, going back. Out breath, going forward. Just to be clear, grasp the bird's tail. Looks like this. Doesn't make any difference which side you do it to, even though it's most usual to do it right-handed. We'll get to that. Okay? Grasping the bird's tail. Bird is here, tail is here. Bird is here like a pheasant, and here's the tail. You release the bird, you come back and touch with the middle finger to the wrist and press forward, left and right together. And then you push with 2 palms. And then you turn, 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 like this, and perform the single whip move. So if I wanted to do it from this side, so I'm making us ambidextrous here, here, here. Most people only learn Tai Chi right-handed. It's okay. Turning to single whip. Turn, turn, lift, step over your center line, single whip. Over to the corner to play the lute. And up and down, and back. And here, and here. Usually there is a prescribed choreography, but the prescribed choreography was made up by somebody, and it's become traditional. So it's how people perform the Tai Chi movements. In the long form, it's 102 movements. There are various short forms, 40 movements, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of iterations nowadays of the Tai Chi form. The tradition was 102-step or 106-step performed over 20 to 25 minute period of time. So some people have shortened it because here in America we don't have that much time, perhaps, or for whatever reason, or patience or whatever. We're going to put it together now continually for a few minutes. So I'm going to do it left-handed, and that means that if you are watching this and that you wanted to follow along, you just mirror what I'm doing, and then you will be doing it right-handed. Hands climb the mountain, down to the jade table, also called mixing heaven and earth. Scholar points to the east. Press forward and carry the ball. Spread the silk brocade. Close the gate. Step forward, right leg, and grasp the bird's tail. Come back and touch, middle finger to wrist. Press forward, left and right together. Roll back, breathing in, and push with two palms. Turn, stretch, just get long. It doesn't mean that you get stiff or straight as an arrow. You want to always have a little give in your elbows. Never lock your elbows into a closed position. You will twerk the little nerve that's in the joint. So, brush knee, push palm, play the lute. Brush knee, push palm. Once. Twice. All the time, smooth, even breathing out. And brush knee, push palm. And step backward. Going to do this motion. This is monkey steps backwards. Helps us to reposition. Little monkey has little paws in the front. Turn. Again, inhale coming up. Exhale coming down. The slower you move, the more benefit you derive. So far as I know, Tai Chi Chuan is the only form that, pretty much the only one, that inculcates slow, relaxed movement. There's lots of relaxed movements, forms with relaxed movement. Xingyi, Bakwa, the upper levels of most Kung Fu forms have a relaxed thing that basically is copying Tai Chi. Ah. I'm going to switch and add something in here. So I'm going to do a brush knee, push palm, come over here and make a hoop. And I'm going to step through, backhand, reaching, intercepting palm, step through, and pass my hand through my palm. It's called, usually it's a fist, sometimes I use open palm. I'm going to step backward and show you this again. So this is moving us along at a very rapid learning pace. Practice pace. So right hand brush knee push palm, right? Carrying the basket over to the other side. And stepping through, right hand reaches, left hand reaches, and passing through here. Again, repetition is the mother of learning in this particular instance. And it's not rote learning. This is practice, practice, practice. So this I'm going to make a fist, back fist, intercepting palm, fist through the palm, fist through the palm, roll back, push with two palms. Now we'll do this going the traditional way. Horizontally instead of vertically, huh? Let's see if I can avoid the rug this time. In breath going back, out breath going forward, turning to single whip, turning, turning, turning. Then over to the corner to play the lute. Stepping back, crane spreads its wings. Crane opens its wings. And we segue into brush knee push palm again. Breathing out. Playing the lute. 1, 2, 3. Pouring the weight forward and then back to the rear. And again, brush knee, push palm, making the hoop or basket, stepping through, right leg steps, reach, reach, make a fist this time, fist at my hip, and fist through the palm. This is called traditionally. Monkey stepping backward again. You can do anything like this. It's one form that I learned, did it this way. It's a nice motion. It's from Madame Chong, one of my teachers. And the style of Tai Chi she did, they did monkey stepping backwards this way. Even slower. So we tune into our breathing. We turn off the discursive mind. We're using the capacity to rise above that part of consciousness which rises above thinking about the shopping list and the next task that's needed, and simply tuning in to the body and the breath. Over to the corner to play the lute. Fingers are fairly close. You don't want anything to clench while you're moving. You want everything to be relaxed, but no spread palm like this. You want to have fingers fairly close together. This is pivot, roll back, reach back, push. Play the lute. Thumb in alignment with the hands. Try to be conscious of that, in alignment with the fingers. This time, we'll add a motion. Hands waving like clouds. Famous Tai Chi movement that you see quite often on commercials. Used to, not so much anymore, got overused. Hands waving like clouds. Stepping back. So if I wanted to, I could make up my own Tai Chi movements, which I don't, but sometimes I'm improvising a little bit because I want to position. but I'm still pouring my weight, side to side. Smooth, effortless movements. This time I'm going to pivot my forward foot, and I'm going to do the single whip right this way like this. Right? If you're following along, you're on your left bending leg. Now you step back onto your right bending leg, and crane opens its wings. Brush knee, push palm. Playing the lute. I'm going to repeat that. Brush knee, push palm. Carrying the basket. I'm going to use a fist this time. Back fist, intercepting palm. Get my thumb in there. Fist through the palm. In breath coming up. And this time we're gathering, not cleansing, we're gathering. Out breath coming down, drawing in chi through the bao hui, through the top of the head, in through the bottoms of the feet, into the three dantians, forehead, heart, and lower. And just for a moment, breathe. And on your in-breath, hold your breath for a moment. Turn your tongue to touch the roof of your mouth with the tip of your tongue as far back as you can. Breathe out and release. It helps the channels to be clear and open. And that is it.